He had a miraculous birth. He was the Father's most favored son. His brethren, who were Israel, hated him and they conspired to murder him. He told them that they would have to all bow down to him through his dreams given by God, and they hated him even more. So then the Father sends him out of Hebron, which means fellowship, and sends them out to the brothers who were shepherding the Father's flock. And it was there that they see him from afar off. They conspired to murder him. They couldn't speak peaceably to him. They stripped him of his tunic, threw him into the pit, and then handed him over to the Gentiles for pieces of silver. Well, later on, he was under the rule of this Gentile, the captain of the guard, and he was falsely accused again. And this time he's sent down into this pit, down into this place of the condemned. And it was there in that place of the condemned that two were with him. One, in 3 days, one was to be released to serve the king once again. The other was to be cursed to death. So he tells them their fate, and it came to pass. And then later on, he was raised up out of that place. He was raised up out of that place of the condemned, and he was brought before the throne. And it was there before the throne that he who sat on the throne had this dream from God, and only Joseph was the one who was found worthy to reveal these dreams, which were a future plan by God, a plan that was divided in half, a time of great harvest and abundance, and then a time of great trouble for 7 years. Then he who sat on the throne exalted him and he glorified him, and all in the land had to bow their knee to him except for he who sat on the throne. And then he who was on the throne gave him a Gentile bride. He was living with his Gentile bride and taking in the abundance, the great harvest. And when that last piece of grain, that last harvest was taken into his storehouses while his Gentile bride was with him, then that 7-year period of great famine, great trouble, of that hot, blighting east wind that just withered everything up, all vegetation came. And it was then, during those years, that his brethren, who thought he was long gone out of their lives, possibly even dead, came back to him, and they didn't recognize him until one day he says to them, Ani Yosef. That's Hebrew for I am Joseph. And they were scared. And he said, come closer, don't be afraid. For God meant for all this to happen to save many alive today, and including them. And he forgave them, and he showed them great mercy and grace. And he takes them, the whole family of Israel, and he brings them together as one with his Gentile bride and his new family, and they live forever and ever as one family, living in the best of the land. You know, when Jesus was on that road to Emmaus, he could have said, who did I just describe? Joseph or Jesus? Very interesting, right? God did this on purpose, you guys. So, hey, I'm doing a series on Road to Emmaus. Check it out. It's on YouTube. You can check out my channel at George Crabb. And I think you'll be blessed by it. Hey, God bless you.